What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to this match reaction after Brighton end Liverpool's reign as FA Cup holders with a 2-1 victory at the Amex. Liverpool snatching defeat from the jaws of victory, or at least a replay with some questionable defending right at the end. I am, as always, going to take you through my thoughts on the game. I want to know your thoughts in the comment section. Who do you blame for the current slump at Liverpool? How can we put it right? These are all questions that I'm expecting you guys to answer, and hopefully me to give you a little insight on as well. I do appreciate all of your support here on the channel, and thank you to our sponsor Circl as well. The football sweepstakes game where the winner is decided by events that happen live on the pitch and every moment counts. If you want to join us for future circles, scan that QR code bottom left corner. If you're a UK resident age 18 plus, you are eligible to play along with us, and please always gamble responsibly. Look, this one hurts. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought we played okay for periods during this game today, and I would love to sit here and want to blame our defence and midfield for another crappy performance, but in all honesty, I don't think they played that badly. We started off the game well. I thought we looked far sharper, far better than we did at the Amex previously, but if I'm going to label some frustration and some ire at anyone today, I'm going to aim it at the manager for today, because I don't understand some of those substitutions. And once again, whether we like to admit this or not, and I know it's a tricky subject, but Mohamed Salah was shocking again today. Invisible, devoid of confidence. However you want to disguise it, however you want to speak about it, whatever you want to use phrase-wise, work away. But I hope we all agree, he is not good enough at the minute. He wasn't the only one. I'm not trying to blame everything on Mo, but when you are hoping for a moment of magic like they got at the end from Atoma, we hope, and we used to get those moments from Mo. But these days, since that new contract has been signed, those moments are few and far between, and we need to start figuring out why. Because he was played for the entire game again today, had every opportunity to try and build some confidence and put it right, but ultimately we were blunt in attack again. Now, I know some people are going to want to have a go at Cody Gakpo, and I'm not going to stand for it today. I thought Cody Gakpo was excellent. I thought he defended excellently from the front. I thought he set the press at times, and I thought he worked really, really hard. So I don't want to read any comments about Gakpo, because you must have been watching the game if you didn't think he put in a decent shift today. But we were lacking in the two wide areas in attack, and I know Harvey Elliott scored and was assisted by Mohamed Salah, but other than that, it was just meh, and it just wasn't good enough. Now, all of this being said, I think our defence held up well for a lot of the game. I thought Ibu and Gomez did very well at centre-back today. And I thought Trent did as well with Matoma as he could. I thought it was a decent battle on that side. Certainly Trent had more joy against them than he had in previous games. But the changes just... it didn't give anything to us. It didn't add anything to us. Fabinho probably can count himself very lucky that he stayed on the pitch. I would have had no arguments if the referee had produced a yellow card for that challenge. McAllister is a shithouse and needs to grow up. The absolute state of him rolling around the ground when Ibrahim Konate, his barber, would have done more damage to the back of his neck when he's trimming his hair than Konate did there, but it needed 3 minutes of treatment. That's a disgrace. That needs to be taken out of the game. But on the challenge from Fabinho, again, I will concede we're lucky on that one. I wouldn't have had complaints if Coot went and gave him a red. But look, let's look at the team selection. And I said it before the game, I was happy with the team selection. I don't really have any complaints about it. Jurgen Klopp couldn't play Darwin, apparently, because he's carrying a little niggle or something like that, which is getting a bit frustrating, to be honest, because that's the last 2 games in a row we've been told he's had these niggles that have stopped him from starting. How about not playing him, letting him rest up and getting better, or not? Because this halfy stuff is just giving us no cohesion. And we need every attacker available at the minute. And Darwin is a big money signing brought in the summer to do a job. And right now we need everybody, all hands at the pump. Midfield wise, I thought Bajcetic was absolutely top notch again today. I thought he was unlucky to pick up the yellow very early doors, managed the game well. Keita did okay. Thiago had some good and bad moments. I thought he was very good on the front foot, and he looked to set the press a lot of the time. Thiago as well. You could see that he was the first man getting to the Brighton defenders. But some slack passes from him as well. As I said, defensively, I think I've covered bases there. We were okay. Their goal was just... It was the first goal. It was just unlucky. There's nothing else to say. You could be nitpicking and say Canade should have done better and headed out for a throw-in instead of a corner. But even at that, the corner came in. It was dealt with and cleared. You'd seen Tariq Lamptey coming onto it. He hit a shot that was sliced. It was going wide. It takes a wicked deflection off Lewis Dunk. Wrong foot's Alisson Becker and it's in the net. And we can't really cast any blame on anyone for that. It is just one of those things that when everything's going against you, anything like that seems to just happen. So, but the last goal, the winner for Brighton, again, there's two ways to look at this. And from a Brighton perspective, amazing. Fantastic from Matoma. What a player Brighton have there. And again, biggest moment he delivered. From our perspective, from a defensive perspective, it was embarrassing. There was 4 players in and around Matoma. 4 of them. He cuts inside past one, and then there was, I think if my memory is correct, it was Curtis Jones and Darwin Núñez both standing there as, I don't know, spectators, as Matoma just stabbed the ball into the roof of the net. Not good enough, not switched on, and undone all the hard work that the team put in throughout the 90 minutes to keep themselves in the game. Undone with, again, just slack defending at the end, and it's frustrating. Because I'm not going to sit here like I did after the previous game and say we were absolutely horrendous from start to finish. We weren't. We were in that game. We had decent moments in it. We played some decent stuff at times. We were let down by a couple of unlucky moments. Well, one unlucky moment and one defensive lapse. But ultimately, today, I'm going to say we didn't create enough going forward. And we need to sort that out because it's clear we're going to concede. These days, I can't remember. We've kept 1 clean sheet maybe in our last 6 or 7. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but off the top of my head, I'm just trying to quickly think. We need to sort it out with the other end of the pitch. Whatever is going on with Mohamed Salah at the minute, we can't lie about it anymore. We can't disguise it. We can't pretend it doesn't exist. Mohamed Salah has been awful for quite a while now. And whilst he wasn't on his own today, Elliott wasn't great. Elliott is a 19-year-old kid who is making his way in the game and cannot be judged and should not be judged to the same degree as a man who was at the peak of his career on 350 grand a week and stinking the place up. And I do not care if you want to have a pop at me in the comment section about Salah's form. He has been god-awful for the longest time now, and we deserve more for the money he's being paid. And yes, I'm aware that we have no Diaz and we haven't got our regular front players around him, but even at that, he's just not doing anything. It's frustrating, and I can understand why Liverpool fans are getting a little bit annoyed by it all. But it is what it is. We have Champions League football to cling on to for this season. The game against Real Madrid coming up later on in February 21st. And right now, it's back to the Premier League. Wolves is the next game coming up next weekend. And look, it's easier said than done, but we need to start picking up points, and we need that to be a Molineux next week. I'm going to hand it over to you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I will be back with a player ratings video soon as well, so keep an eye out for that one. And again, thank you to our sponsor, Circl. Thank you to you guys for watching, and I look forward to your comments. But as I said at the start, this one hurts. It really, really does. Congratulations to Brighton, but we're out of the FA Cup for another season.